The fastest way to increase your home's value here in Los Angeles is to improve it. Now, some of you are going to have the skills to actually do some of this work yourself, but if you're like the majority of us, me included, you're going to have to hire a contractor. Now, most homeowners are not familiar with the contracts that some of these contractors use. And some of these companies can be super shady and sneaky and put clauses in there that will cost you thousands and thousands of dollars, or they will exclude things that should have been in there in the first place. But I have a perfect solution for you. I am interviewing a salesperson from Realm Home, which is a renovation concierge that walks you from the very steps of the first process all the way to the end. And at the end of this video, I have an offer for homeowners that will make this practically free. So let's jump into it and see my interview with Realm Home. I am so excited to talk to Ray Rezai from Realm Homes. They are a renovation advisor here in the Los Angeles area. And I actually met you, Ray, at a ADU tour here in Los Angeles a couple of months ago. And I grilled you with a lot of questions about your company because I thought it was super unique. And I wanted to do an interview with you because I think your service could help a lot of homeowners here in the Los Angeles area with any kind of renovations for their house. So thank you so much for doing an interview with me. I really appreciate it.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. All right. So first things first, tell everybody what Realm does for homeowners here in the Los Angeles area.
Yes. So Realm is a renovation advisory service. Our biggest goal is to help our homeowners navigate through their big renovation decisions, from the early stages of the planning, the research, to the meeting with contractors, negotiating bids, reviewing bids, and then getting them to like a project completion and supporting them through that.
So you're basically like a construction concierge almost.
I mean, definitely like a one-stop shop to like help you through all your renovation planning.
So you had said there's usually three phases in that process. The first phase is usually like the research phase. So what does that entail with a homeowner that says, hey, I want to build an ADU in the house. I have no idea where to start. If they reached out to you, what would be your process to help a homeowner in that research phase?
Definitely. For us, it would be getting an idea and learning what are the homeowner's ultimate goals with this ADU, what's feasible. So we'll do a complete like feasibility on it. What is the city going to allow them? What are their setback requirements? Getting an understanding of the cost estimates, the timelines, really just setting them up to know what's ahead, and the best path forward for that.
Now, do you actually do the research for them? So like, let's say I live in Burbank or I live in Silver Lake and I want to do an ADU. So you would actually say, okay, in your location, this is what's allowed for an ADU. And you give them that information?
Completely, yes.
Wow.
I think having that support in that research, especially when you're navigating through the city, is really helpful. And we want to save our homeowners all that time by really just giving them the answers that they need that's particularly feasible for their own home. So we'll do all that research for
That's
them.
amazing to me because I mean, if you're like me, like I Google a million things, I'll YouTube things, just try and figure it out. But if you actually work with somebody who already knows it ahead of time, it collapses that time frame dramatically on the research and figuring out, oh, I can't build an ADU here, or yes, but it has to be 10 feet away from the property line or something like that. I mean, it would be super helpful getting that information a lot faster from you guys.
For sure. Yeah, I would say that arguably is like the most helpful part in knowing what are like the best projects to do, and having someone that can do all that upfront research for you and really just bring it to you on a silver platter.
Does that
Definitely.
include does that include like design services? So like if okay, let's say we figured out we can do an ADU. Now I need a designer, I need an architect, I need a contractor. Like, do you have a list of contractors that you use already?
Yeah, so once we've established like what that project is and we're looking to do, then the next phase, if it requires design, then we'll help and introduce our homeowners to designers or design build companies to help get those plans now in motion. And we'll vet all of them. So prior to them coming on site, we'll schedule that for the homeowner and help them through that process.
And how do you vet these contractors?
Yeah. So for us, the most important thing is we'll check to make sure that they're licensed, that they're bonded, they're insured, they're using their license. If they're pulling permits, we look to see where they're pulling permits from. We check third-party sites, and making sure that they've got strong reviews. And then on top of it, projects that they've either completed with past homeowners we worked with or projects that they're currently like working on, we're always constantly following up on their progress and just actively, vetting them year by year to make sure that they're at the standards that we want for our homeowners.
So Realm facilitates the bids for these contractors. So how does that work in terms of getting that to the homeowner?
Right. So once we've got those site visits set up and now we're collecting those bids, we use our bid model that allows us to level these bids and look at them on an apples to apples, line by line comparison. So it's really important because we see hundreds of bids on a daily basis. We know what goes into the scope of work that our homeowners are looking to do or get done. And so when we level them out, we'll make sure that what needs to be included is included and that there are no missing pieces or exclusions or anything that could cause issues once construction starts.
Of course, because I'm sure homeowners hate it when they get to the middle of their construction project and, oh, hey, there's a $5,000 thing that was not included in the contract. Give me $5,000.
For sure. And that happens a lot.
And so using your service will help eliminate those surprises that come up in the middle of a contract.
Exactly. For us, this is what we do all day, every day. Our advisors are equipped to help our homeowners through these stages. So we're able to save our homeowners a lot of that time, a lot of their money, a lot of the stress that goes into like the renovations by really just being their guidance through all of it and supporting them and educating them through it.
Yeah. And so once you've got an accepted bid and then they're going through the construction process, are you done or do you see it all the way through completion?
Yeah, so if the homeowner ends up, really liking one of those contractors that we were able to set up and refer to them, then we'll actually review that contract with them. So before they even start construction, we'll have like an extra pair of eyes on that contract to make sure everything looks good, clean, and agreed upon. And then we'll oversee their project till the end. So
Oh.
we're really just in your corner till it's done.
So all this sounds like too good to be true. And this is exactly what I said to you when I first met you. I was like, this just seems a little bit too good to be true. So I assume because it's great service, it's going to be super, super expensive. So how much does something like this cost for a homeowner that's wanting to do a big renovation?
Yeah, I mean, the cost in my mind, I always say it's more of an investment than an expense. On our end, there's a small deposit that the homeowner would put down with us that truly can range anywhere from $299 to $499, but they're a fully refundable deposit, which means that our goal is not to make money off of the homeowners. Our goal is to really help you through this project. So if you end up liking one of those contractors we introduce you to, then that deposit, goes right back to you. So our
Wait,
services.
wait. So you're saying for as little as $299,
Mm-hmm.
a homeowner would get a full renovation advisor looking through their entire project from start to finish for $299 or potentially $499?
Yeah, we ultimately have two main packages that we always like to see where our homeowners fit into best.
Uh-huh.
And we'll go through that in detail with them and see what aligns with their goals. But yeah, like I said,
That's
it's more of an investment than
that's
an expense,
crazy cheap.
for sure.
So to me, that's worth every single penny. Now, the other thing is like my second
Mhm.
question after how much it costs was like, well, how do you make money? Because I'm sure a lot of people are asking, like, well, if it's that cheap and they're doing all these services, how do you make money?
Yeah, for us, the biggest thing is one, we're not looking to be a big expense to our homeowners. So that's why we have those initial deposits that our goal is to refund back. But really the other big portion when it comes to a successful renovation is having the right type of vendors, to do those projects. And because we spend such a detailed time vetting them and making sure that they're like reliable, we've worked it out where if you truly want to work with any of these contractors we were able to help and facilitate, then they'll pay us a small percentage that comes from their own marketing budget.
Hmm.
So for a lot of these contractors, they consider Realm as an opportunity to meet homeowners. And it truly works well on both ends because on the vendor side, they get a homeowner that's, supported, educated, and feels good about the projects that they're looking to do. And so they prioritize our homeowners when it comes to that.
Do if they know that they're working with you, do they jack up their prices in order um, to recoup some of the money that they're going to pay you? And so, like, does that come out of the seller's pocket anyway, or the homeowner's pocket anyway?
No, definitely not. It actually works more in favor for our homeowners. Realm, you know, completes about 30 to 60% of some of these contractors' projects. So for us, a lot of the contractors are more inclined to want to work with a Realm homeowner, and then they look at it as there's more potential opportunities that they get to bid on and to meet homeowners. So they're just a lot more aggressive with their pricing.
And
And
you
so
bid them against each other too.
we
So
we do, and a lot of times they have no idea who they're bidding against. Like I said, it's always a fair play for everybody. We've vetted a lot, particularly in the Los Angeles market. So there's a variety of different type of contractors that our homeowners get to meet, and get bids on. But for them, they each always put their best foot forward to win over our homeowners.
that's amazing. So I'm sure you see over and over again mistakes that homeowners make when they're renovating a property. What are some of the things that you think homeowners should avoid, or pitfalls that homeowners fall into that they need to watch out for if they're renovating their home in Los Angeles?
I would say one is making sure you're getting multiple bids.
Mm.
The other is asking the contractor what's included versus what's being excluded. If you're working or want to work with family and friends, always be cautious,
Yeah.
ask them like what's the scope of work in detail, how long are they anticipating the project, just so you don't feel strung along.
Are they
Um,
licensed? Are they bonded? Are they insured?
exactly.
So, Ray, what type of properties or what type of renovations does Realm like really do well with?
So Realm really helps and supports mid to large size projects. I would say if you're looking to do ADU, addition, reconfigure your home, kitchen remodel, or multiple bathrooms, that's where we really bring in the most value for our homeowners in navigating through that, as well as like big backyard or front yard projects.
So, not like redoing your walk-in closet.
Right. Yeah. We wouldn't be the best resource for that,
Okay.
but anything, in that larger scale, we're here and we can definitely help and guide you through.
And did that include like if you want to build a pool or like landscaping around a pool, like major projects like a backyard renovation? Does that include that too?
Definitely. I mean, LA is just such a great, like sunny outdoor,
Yeah.
like market. So we get a lot of landscaping, hardscaping, pools, outdoor kitchens, within our scopes of work.
So the other thing too, I want to be completely transparent.
Yeah.
Realm, when chatted with you before, Realm
Mhm.
does offer referral fees for real estate agents. However, what I'm going to do is I would rather have that money that I would get go back to the homeowners because I want to make sure that they get the best service possible with the least amount of money possible. So I am going to give my referral fee back to the homeowners, and you can use a link in my description for an affiliate link. And they will know that if you use this link and say Felipe Crook sent me, they will refund my commission back to you, my referral fee back to you. So that essentially makes the deposit, what does that make the deposit? Much, much cheaper than it would be normally.
Yeah, definitely. So if we're looking at it, $299 deposit, then typically the referral fee is $250. So we're looking at like $49.
So
Yeah.
$49 for an advisor that will look through your entire project from start to finish. I mean, that's pretty amazing. So
For
if
sure.
you guys, I think it's a really great opportunity for homeowners to save money, to avoid pitfalls in their contracts, to find a good vetted contractor for their exact project. So that's why I was super excited to chat with you today.
Yeah, same here. We're excited and, we're always here to like help homeowners. That's our number one goal.
What's the best way if somebody wants to use your services? What's the best way to get a hold of you or to start the process with you?
Definitely. I would say if you set up an appointment, we do free consultations. We always love to set up a first call with a homeowner, really learn their goals, and see where and how we can help support them before they even have to consider putting down a deposit. And then from there, we can set up and align them with their best next steps, with the advisors and helping them with their renovations. We can share a link where people can click on and book appointments. They can download our app, realmhome.com. You can plug in your property address, play around with renovations you're considering, and then you can click on setting up an appointment with the advisor, and you can even go to our website.
That's cool. I didn't realize you guys had an app as well.
We do. We have
That's
an app.
cool.
Yeah.
All right. So if homeowners want to do something and they want to get basically $250 off their deposit, use the link in my description down below, and that will enable that to happen. And that'll save you even more money on your renovation. So, Ray, thank you so much for doing an interview with me. I really appreciate it. And I think this is an awesome opportunity for homeowners to just to get guidance and a helping hand on a really expensive, sometimes, renovation on their property. So thank you very much.
Of course. Thank you. Thank you for having me.